Sunnyside 23 is on the tube from San Francisco.
Grab your coat and get your hat. Leave your worry on the doorstep. Just direct your feet to the sunny side of the street. Keep your gait a bit pat, and your troubles with no slow step. Life can be so sweet on the sunny side of the street.
We're starting off today with 6 people from 6 countries. A sketch that baffled audiences for years by Dex Breath Mystery Theater. Why are those guys taking their shirts off? Oh my. We got coffee stories. A good one today. But we got a good one every time. Every Wednesday. And Sterling Delzell. There's nobody like Sterling Delzell. Yeah.
I used to walk in the shade with those blues on parade, but I'm not afraid. This rover crossed over. Grab your coat and get your hat. Leave your worry on the doorstep. Just direct your feet to the sunny side of the street. Life can be so sweet on the sunny side of the street.
Well, it says it's the 12th, but it's the 13th. But we're going to leave that go. We're going to let that go. We're just going to keep moving around in this show, and we're going to know that we're going to remember. We're going to put a big note in the sky. It says show 23 has the wrong date on it. I'm glad you're here. Let's get to the Queen of the World. Got a joke for us? Yes. What's as big as a bear but weighs nothing at all? I don't know. What's as big as a bear but weighs nothing at all? His shadow. Well, that's not exactly true. It depends on where the sun is. His shadow changes size. Ah, you really like to ruin the jokes, don't you, Bill? No, I don't. I just like to explain them. I like to explain the jokes. And here's some jokes. This is 6 people from 6 countries. It's a sketch in the grand finale playlist on Sunnyside YouTube. And it's in the Dex Breath Mystery Theater Sunnyside YouTube playlist. And here it is now. We're going to be 6 minutes and 30 seconds, the end of the piece. But I think I'll give you a really good idea of the kind of humor that Dex Breath produced and is still producing. The kind of humor. Dex Breath produces like this.
My name is Hootie. In my country, every day on Children's Day, we sing the Hinkaka dance. Okay, good. Hinkaka. What does mean in my country? Very interesting word. Hin. What does mean? Hin, it means hello. It means goodbye. It means small yellow bird gasping in the heat. Hinka. What ka mean? It is our word for snow. Hinkaka. Ka, what word? What this mean? Ka. It means the double rainbow we see on the Kenai Peninsula in our country. Beautiful, beautiful. Hin kaka hin. Hin. Very interesting word. I don't know if there is word in your country for this. When you hold your fingers together, that little space, almost little space. Could be two pencils, could be two hat brims. You know your hat and you hold them to almost touch, not touch. Little teeny space. What this word? Hin. That in my country, that is hin. Hin kaka hin ka. Ka. Whoa, strange word, ka. Almost a nonsense word, but if you say it correctly, it means bitch. I like the way you move. Okay, now time for the hin ka dance. Oh, in this dance, everyone is wearing manure suits. Except for me. Hin kaka hinka. 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 Hey kaka hinka. Hin kaka hinka. Hin kaka hinka. Hin kaka hinka. Hin kaka hinka. Hey kaka hinka. Hin kaka hinka. Hin kaka hinka. Hin kaka hinka. Hey kaka hinka. Hin kaka hinka. Hin kaka hinka. Hin kaka hinka. Hin kaka hinka. Hey kaka hinka. Hin kaka hinka. Hin kaka hinka. Hey kaka hinka. Hin kaka hinka. Hin kaka hinka. Hin kaka hinka. Hin kaka hinka. Hey kaka hinka. Hin kaka hinka. Hin kaka hinka. Hey kaka hinka. Hin 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 kaka hinka. Hey, the hin kaka hinka dance. Thank you so much. Thank you. In that dance, everyone has their own individual solo. And now I would like to introduce Mr. Wences, the man who came to our homes, to our countries, and took us away from our families and put us on the bus and teaches us the rules of the world. Mr. Wences.
Thank you, Hudi. Look at these boys. Look at these boys with their wholesome enthusiasm. They are full of vibrant energy and life. When I found them, oh, you should have seen them. They knew nothing of hygiene or nutrition. But now they are on a bus going across America, sharing their cultures with you. We start in Los Angeles, we go to Reno, we go to Enid, Oklahoma, back to Carson City, Nevada. There we lose 2 boys in one night. They don't come back to the bus. Then Cedar Falls, Iowa. Oh, then now back here to Berkeley, where they are sharing for you the cultures of their various countries because they want you to know how important it is for you to take off your shirts. Come on, everybody, take off your shirts. And join with us now and slap them on the ground. Come on, don't be afraid. This is Berkeley. Slapping them on the ground to drive away all the bad things we don't want to see around no more. Like the bad hunger.
Bad hunger!
The bad disease.
Bad disease!
The bad potato salad.
Bad potato salad!
Don't eat it. It's just going to make you sick. And now put your shirts back on. Put them back on, boys, because really it's not about shirts. It's about the babies. Won't somebody please Save the babies. Come on, everybody. Save the babies. Let's all just save the babies. Save them. Because if we save the babies this year, then maybe next year we don't have to come back here and do this again. Okay, now we leave you by saying the thing written on that temple that ISIS just exploded. Someplace it just already said, "You are a wart on the ass of God, you son of a bitch." But you know I don't care. 6 people from 6 countries.
Yeah, that's Duck's Breath Mystery Theater. That's I really think that captures exactly the kind of humor that that we wrote, that we did, and that Sunnyside is carrying on the banner. Surreal, odd, a mixture of smart stuff and stupid stuff. Anyway, here's new. That's old. This is new. This is new. Dan Coffee, images and pictures. Just said, hey, Dan, take some images and write some stories, and I'll produce them into funny videos. And that's what we got.
It was the first automated bakery that could produce exact imitations of the world's snack foods. Twinkies tasted even better than the original and glowed in the dark. The imitation snacks flew off the shelves of convenience stores all over the globe. Unfortunately, the factory exploded in a radioactive meltdown.
Yeah. I think that's really funny, and it's just odd connections of stuff, but I find that very funny, and I hope you do too. And if you do, go to Sunnyside YouTube, and you can see more of Dan Coffee Stories. Coffee Stories. There's playlists there. There's playlists of all the old stuff and all the new stuff, and eventually there'll be playlists of hundreds of playlists. That's the goal. Build Sunnyside into a giant tub of odd, funny comedy videos. All right, let's wrap it up with the star of the show today, Jim Turner. He did the Hinkaka Hing Guy and 6 people, and he does Sterling Dalzell, scripts written by Merle Kessler for Sterling. This is The Operative. This episode is called The Operative, and let's get over there. Let's see it.
Here's a sample of Sterling Dalzell and mind-boggling conversations you can have with him. These are taken from his program, which is a talk show.
I am on the satellite.
Here you go.
Sterling, it's good to talk to you again.
Oh, good to hear from you, Colonel. What is the news from Q?
Can't really talk about that. Well, I can, but events are moving so fast on the ground in so many different directions, they achieve a kind of stasis.
Like white noise.
Exactly. But I'm not calling about confusion. I'm calling to bring clarity.
At last.
Sterling, I know you consider yourself an umbrologist.
More of an umbraphile, I think.
Is that a real word?
I don't know. Are you a real colonel?
Is Colonel Sanders a real colonel?
I don't think so.
See, it's a slippery slope. We're dealing with the alphabet soup of top secret government entities. You can have titles and not use them, or be given fake titles and told to fool the enemies of our country. This is something my ex-wife never understood. She believed in me too much.
Which one?
All of them, really. It's all about the need to know, which they thought they possessed. One thing leads to another. The next thing you know, you're fleeing indictments and living in a trailer park in Pensacola under an assumed name.
Yeah, I've been there, done that.
That's life in the shadows, my friend. And yet we are both lovers of shadows, correct?
True shadows, not the false shadows cast by lasers and 3D technology.
Exactly. Sterling, I know you're like me, in one sense at least. You grew up believing that the spectrum would forever remain unchangeable. Blue is blue, purple is purple.
Burnt umber is a strange shade of brown.
Somewhere along the line, all that changed.
We have spoken of that before.
And within the restrictions of the NDA I signed, we will speak of it again with complete frankness.
We only hope it's not too late.
It may be, but we wouldn't even know. There's a certain black marble building in Virginia, Sterling. You can see it from the freeway, but it passes right from your consciousness like an old billboard or a late model Subaru poking along in the slow lane, nothing you haven't seen before.
And yet,
it slides in and out of this dimension like a swimmer in the deep end. It's hard to look at because its colors are from a different spectrum, an evil spectrum plunked down on this side of the divide.
hard to look at.
Like your 8th grade class pictures, only not funny. Sterling, here's what's going on. Spectral agents are sliding through those marble walls as neo shadows and then reconstituting inside as Flash, basically. Well, more a hideous parody of Flash, if you take my meaning. So far, only 11 people have been cleared and genetically coded to perform this action. But guess what?
I can't imagine.
Derma 27 is just around the corner. Microcellular fusion right there in your so-called sugar-free soft drink. Just a matter of time before physical reality is just a treasured memory.
Oh, yikes, huh?
Took the word right out of my mouth. Now look, Sterling, I got a motor. Any chance I can get that $50 from you anytime soon?
I don't have $50.
Roger that. Did you put my toll-free number up there on the screen?
Do you have a toll-free number?
Oh, you can call anytime. I never sleep. This is a limited edition, only 495 copies left. You got a picture of it?
No.
It's called Living in the Shadows. It's both a revelation and a how-to survival guide.
My copy's by my bed.
Okay, Sterling, got to run. Yeah, someone's at the door.
That was the colonel. He taught me one important lesson. If you are licensed to carry, people can't complain if you're carrying. You're waving the firearm for a reason, and the reason is people complaining because you're carrying a firearm. It's that simple.
It's a talk show. Join the fun. Enter the longitude and latitude of your digital device. Make sure your mic is working. Webcam, if you got it, speakers on. Choose a username and password. Also product code, lowercase HRDUFF, uppercase Q, 317, uppercase M, ampersand, asterisk, comma. Hit send. You're golden. You're good to go.
Okay, that was a good show today. The caller was Merle Kessler. Merle Kessler did that voice, and we, Richard, my son, and I worked on it to sound different than the engineer guy who Merle did from the beginning and end of it. Oh man, good stuff. Thanks for being here. But it is that time. Well, man, it's got to go a little bit longer. Yeah. Oh no. The show starts again. Can't do that. Got to end the show. Oh, bye.